Today's edition of Toggle's Daily Video Insights. My name is Jan. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, I'm one of the co-founders of Toggle, and today we're going to take a deeper dive into one of the many insights that Toggle generates across hundreds of US equities. Specifically, the focus today is going to be on Taiwan Semiconductor, and so if you'd like to see more of these insights in the future, please sign up to our YouTube channel, or else you can also go to toggle.global and check out and try Toggle Copilot for yourself. Now, as you can see here, actually, this has been a really interesting stock. There have been a lot of kind of bearish forces that recently have largely played out, but the positives are continuing to be active in this stock. So Taiwan Semiconductor seems like it definitely has a number of positive pressures that are emerging from a combination of seasonality, sentiment, momentum, and so on. Today we're going to dig into the latest one, which is the one that was just generated by Toggle, and it's effectively to do with the fact that the economic uncertainty in the US, or rather policy uncertainty in the US, is really abating, and historically there seems to be some positive relationship between that and the performance of the Taiwan Semiconductor. Clicking on the insight right here so we can take a deeper look at what's going on, you can see immediately that as the sentiment indicators show abatement in this uncertainty, Taiwan tends to gain, the TSM tends to gain about 7%, somewhere within, I would say, 2 to 6 months. So while the horizon is 6 months, as you can see from the confidence band that really shows the past outcomes or is informed by the analogs of these past episodes. There have been 14 similar occasions when uncertainty is similarly abated. You could reach that level of 120.25 much sooner. So again, from starting point of 112.46, past analogs suggest that you could see a return to somewhere around 120.25. As opposed to the downside 108.56, which if you were to break out of this confidence interval would suggest that something else is driving the stock, and so it's a moment to reevaluate and potentially get out of the position altogether. Now, why it might move, this is just a quick illustration of some of these other periods when we've actually had the sentiment specifically for the economic policy uncertainty come down, as it has so far. Obviously it was quite high early in 2020 due to the pandemic, but it's really come back down to effectively normal. And at the same time also the asset class sentiment has improved, so basically investors are more positive on equities again, which historically has combined to be quite a good outcome for TSM. Past performance, we can take a look at this really quickly, and again, interestingly, you can really see the concentration and dispersion of returns, but they've been overwhelmingly positive as opposed to a number of less positive ones here that show simply a kind of a downside risk of probably somewhere around 2.5 to 3%. So convexity in this is also quite good. The focus on TSM, this is as much as we have to say about it today, but the daily brief, which by now should already be in your mailboxes if you subscribe to it. If not, go to toggle.global and you can subscribe there. We also discuss the positioning in tech stocks more broadly by hedge funds that have generally been trying to get out or even shorting them outright. So take a look and see what the implications might be for the sector as a whole. In the meantime, we'll stay tuned for more insights, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow. Thanks for your attention.